Dear students, welcome in the class of Geography. In this lecture, we are going to learn about the syllabus which is prescribed by the university for our course of Geography. The title of our course is Physical Geography, and in this lecture, we are going to see what syllabus has been prescribed by the university for Geography. Friends, Geography is a scientific field that devoted to the study of the Earth's landform, ocean, environment and ecosystem. It also studies the relationship between man and his environment. The term geography was coined by an ancient Greek scholar Eratosthenes in 234 BC. So, before going to study the syllabus which is prescribed by the university, first of all we should know the meaning of geography. What is geography? So, the word geography originates from two Greek words, geo, that means the earth, and graphy, that means a descriptive science. The literal meaning of geography is therefore the description of the Earth's surface. However, the modern geography has not remained confined to only the description of the Earth's surface. Rather, its dimensions have expanded very much beyond mere description. In other words, geography is largely the study of the interaction of all physical and human phenomena and landscapes created by such interactions. The study of the earth includes what is there on the surface of the earth, in the interior of the earth, and what surrounds the earth. And therefore, the study of geography includes the study of four spheres. These four spheres are the lithosphere, that is the land, the hydrosphere, that is the water, the atmosphere, that is the layer of the air that surrounds the earth from all sides. In addition to this four non-living spheres, there is one living sphere present on the earth, and that is the biosphere. The presence of all life forms, all plants and animals on the earth, of course including human being. And therefore, we can say that the study of geography includes the study of four spheres, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. And therefore, we can define geography as a science that deals with the description, distribution and interaction of the diverse physical, biological and cultural features of the Earth's surface. We should also know why should we study geography? What are the reasons to study geography? The first reason to study geography is to learn the location of places. To learn the location of places and the physical and cultural characteristics of those places in order to function more effectively in our increasingly interdependent world. Second reason is to understand basic physical systems that affect everyday life. For example, Earth-Sun relationship, water cycles, wind and ocean currents. Third reason is to explain how the processes of human and physical systems have arranged and influenced the surface of the earth. Reason number 4 to study geography is to appreciate Earth as the homeland of humankind and provide insight for wise management decisions about how the planet resources should be used. And the last reason to study geography is to understand global interdependence and to become a better global citizen. Now, after understanding the definition of geography, we should also know what are the branches of geography. Geography is a very vast subject and therefore it is divided into number of branches. However, there are two important branches of geography. They are physical geography. Physical geography is the study of all natural things present on the earth. Physical geography is the study of Earth's landforms, soil, streams, seasons, climate, atmosphere, and oceans. The second important branch of geography is human geography. Human geography deals with the study of human and nature relationships. So mainly it deals with the activities of the man on the earth's surface. Human geography is the study of the distribution of networks of people and cultures on the earth's surface. So these are two important branches of geography. Now we should also know what are the objectives to study this course. What objectives are important, what objectives we have to fulfill to study physical geography. So there are few objectives. First objective to study physical geography is to introduce the students to the basic concepts in physical geography. Second objective is to introduce latest concepts in physical geography to the students. Third objective is to acquaint the students with the utility and application of physical geography in different regions and environments. Objective number 4 is to make the students aware about the earth system, that is to make the students aware about lithosphere, atmosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere, and in addition to that to teach the students about the interrelationships between these spheres. Specifically, physical geography focused on lithosphere, fluvial cycle, atmosphere, and hydrosphere. Now we are going to study about the syllabus which is there for this course. The first topic in our subject is Introduction to Physical Geography. In that, we are going to study about the definitions of physical geography. So, friends, it is very difficult to define any subject, to define the nature and scope of any discipline in 2 lines. It is very difficult. So first of all, we are going to study about the definition of physical geography. So as I stated earlier, that physical geography is the study of all natural things which are present on the earth, such as atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, and their interrelationships. Second topic which we are going to study is the nature and scope of physical geography. So again, it is difficult to study the nature and scope of any branch of knowledge because all branches of knowledge are very vast. Their nature is very complex. However, we are going to study about what are the characteristics of physical geography, that is the nature of physical geography, and how wide the scope of physical geography. So what content in physical geography? Then the third topic is branches of physical geography. So the nature of physical geography is very vast. The scope of physical geography is very wide, and therefore physical geography is divided into a number of branches such as geomorphology, pedology, biogeography, hydrology, meteorology, climatology, oceanography, fluvial geomorphology, coastal geomorphology, and so on. So we are going to study the branches of physical geography. Fourth topic is introduction about the Earth system. Friends, on the Earth surface we found different systems. So what is the relationship between lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere, and how they are interrelated to each other? Their interrelationships made some systems such as Sun and Earth system, ocean currents, hydrological cycle, cycle of erosion, and so on. Therefore, in this topic we are going to study the important Earth systems present on the Earth. Second topic is lithosphere. So it includes the study of mainly the land. In that we are going to study about the interior of the Earth. Now, interior of the Earth is very complex. We cannot study the interior of the Earth directly by observation. The interior of the Earth is not composed of homogeneous material. Its density increases gradually towards the center, and therefore with the help of some indirect evidences provided by the earthquake waves, scientists think that the Earth consists of a series of concentric layers that differ in density, thickness and composition, and as per the study, it is found that the interior of the Earth is composed by mainly three concentric layers. They are lithosphere, the mantle and the core. So we are going to take a detailed information about the interior of the Earth. Then the second subtopic is Wegener's continental drift theory. Friends, we know that on the surface of the Earth there is lithosphere and hydrosphere, and the distribution of land and water on the surface of the Earth is highly uneven, and therefore regarding the distribution of the continents and the oceans on the Earth, Alfred Wegener has given his theory in 1915, that is known as Wegener's continental drift theory. So we are going to study this theory in detail. The theory of continental drift was put forward by German meteorologist Alfred Wegener in 1915. According to Wegener's theory, the present distribution of land and ocean is due to the breaking up of original single landmass and drifting apart of its blocks. So according to Wegener, there was only one megacontinent present on the earth before 280 million years ago. This megacontinent was named as Pangaea. According to Wegener, in the initial stage about 150 million years ago, Pangaea split up into two parts, that is Laurasia and Gondwana land. And the further disintegration, breaking up of the Laurasia and Gondwana land takes place, and in this way today's continental land masses were formed. So we'll see the principles and the evidences given by Alfred Wegener while studying Wegener's continental drift theory. Then cycle of erosion is an important concept in physical geography. Friends, we know that our earth is surrounded by different types of landforms. Regarding the formation and modifications of the landforms, W.M. Davis has given a very important theory. This theory is known as a cycle of erosion, or it is also known as geomorphic cycle. In this theory, first it is said by Williams M. Davis between 1884 and 1934, landforms were assumed to change through the time from youth to maturity to old stage, each stage having specific characteristics. So we are going to study the cycle of erosion in detail. After that, the second topic is atmosphere. Friends, we know that our earth is surrounded by an envelope of the air that is known as atmosphere. Under this topic, first of all, we are going to study about the structure of the atmosphere. We know that the atmosphere is also composed by different layers, and we are going to study about the layers of the atmosphere. It is very difficult to get proper knowledge regarding the vertical extent of the atmosphere because there is no sharp boundary between the air and extraterrestrial space. Approximately, atmosphere extends for a distance of 10,000 kilometers technically from the surface of the earth. So there are four important layers of the atmosphere. They are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere and thermospheres. So we have to study these spheres and their characteristics in detail. Second important factor is heat balance. Friends, we know that the main source of energy to the earth is the sun. Heat budget refers to the heat balance of the earth. The entire surface of the earth is constantly receiving insolation, that is the solar energy from the sun. Atmospheric temperature records show that the temperature of the surface of the earth and its atmosphere is constant over a long period of time, that is from thousands of years. We know that the temperature of the surface of the earth as well as the temperature of the atmosphere is constant. It proves that the planet of the earth maintains a heat balance and gives off energy in the atmosphere which is ultimately lost in the space. So we'll see the important characteristic of heat balance in detail under this topic. Then the next topic is pressure belts and wind system. Friends, we know that there are different types of winds on the earth, and these winds originate due to the differences in the pressure at two different places. There are two types of pressure belts found on the Earth's surface. They are high pressure belts and low pressure belts. Due to the differences in the pressure, winds blow from high pressure to low pressure, and therefore on the global level there are three important types of winds. They are trade winds, anti-trade winds and polar winds. So we are going to study about the pressure belts and different types of winds in this section. Then the next topic is forms and types of precipitation. Precipitation may be defined as water in liquid or solid forms falling to the earth from the atmosphere. The common types of precipitation are rain and snow. However, there are different types of precipitation that we are going to study. There are few types of precipitation. They are rain, snow, hail, fog and frost. So we are going to study all these types in detail. After that, we are going to study about the hydrosphere. In that, we are going to study about the hydrological cycle first. Hydrological cycle is the circulation of water from the surface of the earth to the atmosphere and again from the atmosphere on the surface of the earth. So this circular movement of water from the earth's surface to the atmosphere and again from the atmosphere on the earth's surface, that is called as hydrological cycle. Next point is general structure of the ocean floor. Friends, we know that about 71% surface of the earth is covered by the oceans, and therefore the study of the oceans is also very important in physical geography. On the basis of depth, the ocean floor is divided into four zones. They are the continental shelf, the continental slope, the deep sea plain and the ocean depths. So we are going to study about the physical features of the ocean floor on the basis of four categories. Next topic is waves and tides. So that is related to the movement of the ocean water. The movement of the ocean water takes place through the waves, and therefore we are going to study about the formation of the waves, the types of the waves and the characteristics of the waves. The horizontal movement of ocean water is called as the waves. Then another topic is tides. Friends, people living in coastal areas experience the daily change in the level of the sea. They observe daily that the level of the sea water is rising and falling. This periodic rise and fall in the sea level is known as tides. The last topic in our syllabus is field visit. Of course, this topic is not included in your, or it is not the part of your examination. It is said that the real laboratory of geography is the field, and therefore we are going to visit some of the places nearby of our college to observe the geographical features and landforms. So, this is the syllabus of FYBA Geography course, and for this
The
you
list
can
of
refer
the
different books
is